Well, the news has finally broke. Raja Jackson has finally been arrested. It'd be a lie to say that I didn't see this coming. If you guys saw my last video with the whole Raja Jackson situation, I predicted that he was gonna get arrested. I'm just surprised it took as long as it did. Now, what is he arrested for? It doesn't really say much, but it does mention felony. So it's not safe to assume that he's being charged with attempted murder or, something like that. I guess we'll see. It sucks for Rampage. I can't imagine seeing your son go to jail or do prison time. But at the same time, after a while of letting it sit, there's only so much you can be joking with your own son. Because at the end of the day, your son kind of goes to you when it comes to like problems like this. And yeah, it's nice to fuck around every now and then. But every now and then, we gotta ground ourselves and be like, I am the example to this person. This person seeking guidance. And if I'm always making fun of him, then where's the guidance at that point? Then he just goes on self-defense. Hey man, I'm all for making fun of our kids and stuff, but sometimes we gotta dial it back a little bit, man. And as for Roger Jackson, man, this is a lesson learned, man. Control your emotions. Not everything is as deep as it really is. Sometimes the best thing is just to talk it out like men, and that's what Syko Stu tried doing, is talking it out like a man, apologizing and stuff like that. Your chat got to you. And another thing that, most of these streamers got to understand is that a lot of the time people in the chat are really just toxic people, man. Like people that just want to see you on your downfall, regardless of what position you're in. But we'll see where this goes, man. We'll see. As a fan of Rampage, I hope his son doesn't get too harsh of a sentence. I also don't want him to get a slap on the wrist either, because then what's he going to learn from that? As for Psycho Stu, I hope his family's doing well. I hope he's doing well. Well, enough of that. Let's talk UFC, guys. Rafael Fadiv has pulled out. I'm going to be honest. I never wanted to see this fight to begin with. When it got announced, I was like, bro, why? Like, he just lost to Justin Gaethje. I didn't see the point of this other than Charles Oliveira just wanted a quick turnaround. Maybe that loss to Topuria didn't sit well with him. But if someone's going to step in on short notice to replace Fadiv, who better than the hangman, Dan Hooker? That is the only option I see because he is one of the top contenders in lightweight right now, and lightweight is not moving, and we need some movement. This is going to be a good chance for him to fight a top contender, a former champion, and someone that just recently fought for the title. And if he gets through Charles Oliveira, who's to say he doesn't get the next title shot? Even though it should be Armin Tsarukyan. But I don't know what the fuck is going on in that lightweight division right now, man. That shit is not moving. I'm not seeing any news. Everyone refusing to fight each other. What the fuck, bro? It doesn't make fucking sense to me. I remember I made a video about this when Hamza was about to fight for the title, where like, even though I love seeing potential superstars fighting for a belt and then winning it, it's the aftermath that really fucking bothers me, where they start feeling too big for their bridges. The reason you're a star or a potential star to begin with is because you're fighting. All the criticism that McGregor gets right now, not just from the stuff that he does outside, but a lot of the stuff started coming around after the Floyd fight, and he wasn't defending that belt for a long time. I mean, for those that remember when Tony was the interim champ, he was the one always yelling out, defender vacate. And it became kind of like an ongoing thing because McGregor's just kind of, oh yeah, I'm going to come back. I'm going to fight Tony and all this stuff. And then he never came back and fought Tony. He ended up fighting Khabib. And we essentially missed out on that Tony fight. It just seems like Ilya's wrapped up in this fucking fantasy fight that he wants to fight Crawford. This is the kind of shit I don't like, man, because I like Ilya Topuria. I'm a fan, but it's this kind of bullshit that really, like, irks me. If he's in a boxing match with Crawford, he's not going to win, bro. Let's be honest. Like, he's not going to win. We've seen this time and time again when the MMA guys go to boxing, and it's not going to happen, man. You're not going to beat the best in boxing, just like the best boxers aren't going to beat the best MMA fighters in MMA. They're different sports, man. I don't want to see it no more. I know he wants a big payday, and he's trying to follow the whole McGregor formula. If you kind of look at his career, that's kind of how it's looking like. Even the way he talks shit kind of mirrors McGregor. And it's like, dude, this fight, man. Defend your belt. Other than that, as far as I'm concerned, that's all the news that's been going on as of recently. McGregor's been in a couple interviews talking about the White House card. I'm excited, man. So they're aiming for, I think, June or July, where I feel July is going to be a little more realistic considering, 4th of July and stuff like that. It's just the closer to 4th of July it is, the more American it feels. After contemplating for a while, I think I have the main card and the featured fight of the prelims long. And this is what I have. So obviously, the main event is going to be McGregor and Chandler. No doubt in my mind that's the main event. I think the co-main event is going to be Kayla Harrison defending against Nunez. I don't really care for that one, to be honest. But, if you're going to put a title fight, slap that one on there. Doesn't really need it, if I'm being honest, but sure, why not? For the featured fight on the main card, I got Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. Even though Justin Gaethje's kind of whining and saying, I don't want to fight anyone else if it isn't for a title, I think for a White House card, I think he might reconsider. Whoever wins gets that title shot. I got Strickland versus Whitaker. I know a lot of people have Adesanya, and honestly, I do not care for that fight. Strickland dominated that first fight. I don't need to see it again. I don't have any interest, but you know where I do have interest? Was Whitaker. Strickland's been talking mad shit about Whitaker's game for a while, and I think it's time, man. Put up or shut up. Let's see if everything you say about Whitaker is true. I definitely want that. Strickland versus Whitaker over Adesanya. Then it's going to be O'Malley versus Sanhagen. I know Sanhagen's fighting for the title, but let's be honest. Merab is winning that fight, man. Merab is winning that fight. I could even say that you can put O'Malley versus Piotr Jan too, but I want to stick with Sanhagen. And then for the featured fight on the prelims, I got Kevin Holland and Colby Covington. And I'm not going to lie, it's going to be pretty satisfying seeing Colby go from a main event to a prelim fighter. And it's not that I never liked his shit talking. I always thought it was entertaining. Dude, I was even on that train in the beginning. But it's his inactivity that fucking bothers me. Like, if you're going to talk that much shit, man, get in the fucking cage, man. Get in the fucking cage. The one that really fucking made me turn on Colby was, of all people, when it was the perfect time to make this fight, you didn't sign on the fucking line. Ian Gary is many things, but he is not someone that will turn down a fight. I believe that. And that was the perfect time to make that fight. I don't know what was going on behind the scenes, and this fool just didn't take the fucking fight. And we never ended up getting it. Now Colby's down in the rankings. So yeah, you deserve to fight in the fucking prelims now, buddy. No more main event cards for you. Then other fighters you can put on there is Sean Brady, Henry Cejudo, Derek Lewis, Curtis Blades. I honestly don't even know who you would match these guys up with, because around that time, I mean, it's so far from there, and then we could already have Brady versus Rachmanov in between. Let's say Brady doesn't fight till then I could say you could put Brady versus Rachmanov. As for Cejudo, that is a good fucking question, because you can't put Cejudo against just some random guy. I mean, especially for the White House card, you gotta put some name value on there. Cejudo versus Brandon Moreno at bantamweight, the grudge match. How does that fucking sound? I didn't even think about that just till now. Cejudo versus Brandon Moreno at bantamweight, and then Derek Lewis. I match him up with anybody, man. I would fucking give him Curtis Blades again. Fuck it, they don't matter. But the fucking press conference this shit's gonna have with names like McGregor, Paddy, Strickland, Holland, Covington, bro, that conference is gonna be wild. That is what I believe should be the card. And my predictions for each fight, I would have Colby beating Holland, unless Colby just starts freezing up again. But if he loses to Kevin Holland, hang it up. At that point, I don't want to see you fight no more. Colby Covington has the skills to beat Kevin Holland easily. If he doesn't, that's it, man. I don't want to see another Colby fight. I barely even wanted to see the last one. As far as O'Malley and Sanhagen, that is a good fucking fight. I don't know who I'd choose, man. O'Malley could knock him out, and then Corey could win by decision. Strickland versus Whitaker, I'm going to Whitaker, man. We need to get Strickland out of the top 5. He is a menace to the middleweight division. And Paddy versus Gaethje, I'm going to give that to Paddy. I think Paddy takes him down, submits him before Gaethje can land his power shots. But he's got to do it as quick as possible, man. If he stands with Gaethje, he could get knocked out. Kayla versus Nunez. If this was back then, I'd say Nunez. But I think Kayla takes it. She's just been more active, and she's just so much bigger. And as far as McGregor and Chandler, I got Chandler. If Chandler doesn't win this, I don't know what the fuck. But I got Chandler. But he's got to fight smart, man. He's got to. If he fucking throws the IQ out the window, man, that fool ain't winning shit. Well, that's the end of the video. Like and subscribe. Follow me in X at the Beaver X. And I'll see you on the next one.